Back at the Songus Arena, where after 2 periods of play, we are locked in a 1-1 deadlock between Stoneham and Boston Latin for the right to go to the Garden and carry the torch for the D2 North players against either Medfield or Plymouth North next Sunday. And what a pleasure to be joined by my old radio partner, one of Bernie's 52 partners on Hockey on Campus Radio, Bernie Corbett, the voice of Boston University hockey and a lifelong Stoneham resident, and it's a proud day for Spartan Nation, isn't it, Bernie?
Indeed it is, Paul, and I just got to say right off the top that what Paul Sacco has done for this program has just been immense, and he's really just got them winning attitude, culture, put them on track. I mean, this team last year, they lost a heartbreak at a Lowell Catholic.
Eventual state champ.
The team with 7 kids with 3 last names, as I recall. They had, 2 sets of twins and a set of triplets on that team, as I remember.
That's right.
I don't know what the odds of that are, but go forth and multiply, as they say in the Bible, I guess, the biblical thing. But
a Zavarian Brothers school, I might add.
There you go. I was going to say, that's right. A little promotion for the Zavarian Brothers there. But I saw the game last year and, came away and talked to some of the people involved with the Stoneham program. Tom Scarpa, one of the assistant coaches, my neighbor. And he said, we've got a great shot to be back next year. He said, we've got a great core of seniors. And, wouldn't you know it, they're back this year. And they've had some great accomplishments this season. They beat Reading for the first time, and I don't even want to say how long because it's kind of, a point of concern to me.
They got a win over Reading.
Kind of a little bit of a sour note. 2 Thanksgivings in a row, though, I want to add on the gridiron. But beat Reading for the first time, and we'll say eons. We'll leave it at that. They beat Burlington, which was in the Super 8 team, number 5-6 team. They beat Arlington this year.
Super 8 10 team.
Yeah, absolutely. Was
play-in
in the
team.
Super 8 play-in. So they had some huge wins. The only team that really was a bugaboo, it's kind of like, as we say in French, c'est toujours la même chose. When more things change, the more they stay the same. One of my favorite French phrases. They lost twice to Melrose. What a shock, The
Red Raiders.
It was Stoneham for about a 30-year period. Stoneham would always lose 3 games every year. They'd probably lose 2 to Melrose, and then they'd maybe drop 1 to Watertown, and they'd finish second and be one of the best teams in the state. But unfortunately, they couldn't win the Middlesex League title almost every year because of Melrose.
And Melrose is a tournament team. I mean, every team you mentioned is a tournament team. So, they're
tough
playing
schedule,
great
challenging.
Schedule, great schedule. And you're right. I mean, we were speaking earlier before the game started how many juniors and seniors they have. So, that's like having more coaches on your team, not necessarily, play-by-play, but the aura of having leadership and the guys playing together for a long time. I mean, it shows out there. They know where each guy is on the ice, and they move the puck very well. They've got a great goaltender, and don't sell Boston Latin short. Another high seed,
not at all.
Like we saw in the first game. But they're giving Stoneham everything they can handle here, and obviously on paper, Stoneham is a neutral observer would say, well, Stoneham will win this game.
They were the favorite, I would say, coming in from whatever we said.
It's a heck of a hockey game.
No, it really is. And once again, tie game going in the third period, it could go either way. Been really impressed. Boston Latin, very disciplined, well-coached team. Their D-zone coverage, what they've shown, a lot of poise. And I'm sitting with my current BU hockey broadcast partner, Mark Linehan, who was, of course, Boston Latin HOF 97.
There you go. So
spent a long time. Probably,
and you're sitting together.
Yeah, we're sitting together. Yeah, it's kind of like trying to stay neutral there, but not easy. But just talking to Mark, and Mark said he coached everybody on the Boston Latin staff when he was coaching with Dave Coleman for a number of years.
The staff, that's pretty good.
Unfortunately, Dave Coleman is in Florida. I guess they couldn't fly him in for this one. Coach emeritus.
I hope he knows about NFHS Network with $9.95. You can get the whole month. So
absolutely, I hope he's
Coach
watching.
Coleman, our best.
Yeah, his wife Kathy are probably watching right now in Florida.
Excellent.
Yep.
Well, I'm sure you'll hear about it.
Indeed.
For being cheering against his team today.
That's right. I'm not often on the opposite sides of Dave Coleman. Well, it's dangerous.
It's great to see you, Bernie. They're coming back on the ice, but give us a quick update on Hockey East. It's the Beanpot where Providence steps in for Harvard. Friday night.
Exactly, and it wasn't easy. The 4 seeds all advanced, and I think you got a couple of great matchups. Boston College, they relied heavily. Joe Wall was a wall this weekend.
Right,
they got outshot 70-35,
wow.
and ended up shorthanded goal in overtime to sweep against Merrimack. And Providence had all they can handle with Maine. Northeastern flexed their offensive muscles a little against UMass, and BU had all they could handle with UConn, which was no surprise.
Right.
So a couple of great matchups. It'll be BU and BC for a ticket to the final. They're both on the edge. Neither one of them, I think both have to win the tournament to make the tournament, to make the next tournament, the NCAA tournament. And Providence Northeastern should be a real battle. So it'll be some great hockey this weekend at the Garden.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And, of course, good luck to your Terriers.
Thank you.
And thanks for stopping by. You always add so much to the
Glad
flavor.
to do it.
And great to see Stoneham. And maybe, you get to be in the Garden 3 days next weekend if Stoneham makes it
hoping.
into the Garden. So
Absolutely. I'm hoping to run the table at the Garden Friday, Saturday, Sunday would be nice.
And the 17th, nothing goes on the 17th in Boston, right?
No, absolutely. That's right. No special events. Evacuation day.
Well, I think it started in Stoneham today.
That's right. All wearing the green. That threw me off
all wearing green here, and I've got my green on for the week. So I wore this to be neutral.
Yes.
With 4 teams playing tonight, and now
Stoneham's all in green.
Yeah.
We got a pretty heavy Irish population in Stoneham there.
Well,
which
there'll
I'm
be
proud to say.
a big celebration at the local 438 if Stoneham can pull this one out.
Let alone St. Patrick's Church for next week.
That's right.
It'll be very apropos.
Bernie Corbett, the voice of BU hockey.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, partner.
Always a pleasure.
The teams are coming back out on the ice, so we're going to have third period action momentarily between the Spartans and the Wolfpack. And we'll be set in just a couple of minutes, folks, on the NFHS.